because leaders go first. Leaders pave a path for people to follow, and leaders lead. And for the first part of my career, that's not what I did. I was definitely a follower. I walked in a path that had been hard won and nicely paved by actual leaders. But as I walked in that path, I got to act in so many films, and I'm deeply proud of that experience that I had. But the second half of my career, when I started producing projects like Gone Girl and Wild and Big Little Lies became successful, I started to realize, I think I know how to do this. It literally took me that long to figure out, I think I know how to do this. And I recognized the inherent privilege that I have simply by being a white woman in this industry, and how hard as it was for me at times, it is incalculably harder for so many others, like my African American colleagues, my Latina colleagues, my LGBTQ colleagues, and my differently abled colleagues. The path is still too narrow for so many people. And as more and more women are needed and wanted and deserve to walk down the path, it was clear that that path needed to expand in so many directions and be much more inclusive. Somebody needed to do something. When I became involved in the Time's Up movement, two things happened. I found myself in rooms with other phenomenal women who I had been siloed off from most of my career. I was always the only actress on a movie set, sometimes the only woman out of 150 people. So I never really got a chance to meet my colleagues or work with them or talk or hear their stories. And when we got together, it was revelatory. These women weren't, enemies or rivals, or they were my colleagues and peers and allies. And the second thing that I heard was stories that other women had of harassment and discrimination that sounded a lot like my own experience that I had as a young woman in this industry. This is happening, and although it was horrifying, I finally felt like I wasn't alone. There was a community of women, and we were all there for each other, and we were finally talking, and that is a very powerful thing. I remember at one meeting, I was sitting next to the incomparable Shonda Rhimes, that notorious underachiever. And after the meeting was over, I turned to Shonda and I said, well, these stories are awful. We have to do something. We have to change this business. Someone has to do something. And I will never forget, Shonda turned to me and said, you're gonna do it. And I said, hold on, Shonda, I can't, but hold on, I was not gonna tell Shonda Rhimes no, because Shonda has affected more change in our industry in one season of television than most people do in a decade. And also, I don't talk to Shonda Rhimes like that. You just do whatever she tells you to do. I truly didn't think of myself as a leader. And to be honest, I wasn't sure I was a leader until Shonda said that about me. It seemed really like a scary job for somebody with a power suit and kick-ass shoulder pads. But what changed for me in that moment was the realization that even if you don't think of yourself as a capable leader, if somebody else does, it just might work. People like Shonda believed in me. People like Ava DuVernay, my Time's Up sisters, Natalie Portman, America Ferrara, Eva Longoria, they believed in me. People like Carrie and Jennifer and Laura Dern and Zoe Kravitz. My colleagues, some of whom are here at HBO, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Sony, and Apple, they all believed in me. Leather skirt not required, thank goodness. The encouragement I feel from a community like this cannot be put into words. I'm just so deeply grateful, and I promise you, I will always be working to do more for all of us in this business. And we get to redefine, what does it mean to be a leader in this business? What does it mean to be a female leader if the world is shifting a little bit and we are feeling culture change? I don't think we really know because we haven't truly seen it yet, but it's happening every day, every minute. And to our 40 mentees here today, as you embark on your extraordinary journey into the world, please remember this about leadership. A lot of people can recognize a problem and admire it and look at it and complain about it, but not everybody will do something about it. Leaders are really doers. So even if you don't think of yourself as a leader, or you're hesitant, or you're hypnotized by a voice in your head that says you can't, too bad. Do it anyway. We need you. Be the first person to say hi. Send the first email. Break the silence in a room. Ask the first question. Embrace your inner shrew. And do something. I stand here truly humbled to be with you all. It says it's for leadership, but I stand here knowing that it's about partnership, and I wouldn't be here without all of you. So make a friend, share a biscuit, share a business idea, share your email. I can't wait to applaud and witness what all my powerful sisters will accomplish in the future. Thank you so much.